Alright, I was gonna give up on this project because I don't know, it takes it takes forever, and I didn't know if anyone was even listening to it. Probably no one really is, but someone was saying they liked it that I was talking to, and yeah, it's April 12th. I was thinking about when we passed April 8th last week. That's the day. That's Dilsey Day. That's the Easter Sunday, April 6th, 7th, and 8th. Of course, are the 3 days out of the 4 days of Sound and the Fury, where Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday fell on in the year, what was it again? 1929. Or was it 1928? 1928. But today is April 12th, which is within the framework of the Easter weekend. Sound and the Fury came. Maybe I should get a little closer. No, I don't know. I got the sun hitting me right here. I'll just zoom it in if I gotta. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm out. So yeah, it's actually it's the day before tomorrow's Palm Sunday. So it's Saturday, April 12th. Tomorrow's Palm Sunday. So start a Holy Week. And today's actually not going to go on a whole rant about this. I think we're gonna record a pod pretty soon with my father. I'm out in Hokkaido, Japan, on the coast of Hokkaido, which is where I'm sitting right now, right on the water. Out in Japan for the month. But yeah, so the thing I learned recently was that the Saturday before Palm Sunday is the day of Lazarus. Lazarus in the Gospel is who Christ raised from the dead after being dead 3 days, which is of course like a precursor to Christ's rebirth. I did tap into some esoteric readings about Lazarus playing a bigger role in the book of John, but I don't really have anything to say about that just yet. But anyway, that's what day it is today. And yeah, I've been in Japan for the month. But yeah, recording this on the ocean. It's a nice setting. Here's some birds. I don't remember where we were, but I think this is the 4th installment. I want to get through the Benji section at least, so I can have this coherent break, a coherent chunk to show for my Sound and the Fury time. But I'm just going to try to find somewhere around where we were. This is a different version of Sound and the Fury I have right here. The cover's ripped off, but it's a classic old version. So yeah, that's not so coherent in the scheme of things. But let me see if I can keep reading. So I think we were on 55 last time. We got a train in the distance. It's really just sheer cliff behind me. I can't tell if you can see, but anything else to say before I try to start reading? Yeah, so I gave the talk about Faulkner and my theory of how it pertains to Holy Week. I guess we're pretty deep in. So I don't know how. I think what was happening. I don't know how coherent my my theory will overlay with it, but I think it will be. I think I got to keep going on this. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so last thing I remember of when we were reading it through was that Benji went and saw Little Quentin, and Little Quentin was with the man with the red tie. So this is definitely a continuation of the previous one, so I'm not going to go explain everything, but the 33-year-old boy bellowing for his sister Caddy, walking around on Holy Saturday in the year 1928, which was April 7th, which is a week from today. Okay, so yeah, it's Saturday. Holy Saturday's in 1 week. So yeah, we're about to enter Holy Week. Christ, we're about to enter into Jerusalem, see what happens. But so in a week, what is it, 1925? So it's 2025. So yeah, 97 years ago. 97 years ago. In 1 week. 33-year-old deaf-mute idiot boy, and of course, the idiot. Oh yeah, it's the Macbeth quote. The Sound of the Fury title comes from. Is a whole nother thing, but which I kind of glossed over. Where I don't even know the quote. I was with my dad. We were at the onsen the other day, and he was quoting that long quote that everybody knows, that life is meaningless, just an idiot bellowing, Sound of the Fury, signifying nothing, or that quote. Look it up. But so last I remember, the deaf-mute idiot boy, 33-year-old Benji is walking around on his 33rd birthday and seeing things that remind him of his sister Caddy, who is gone. And he meets little Quentin, a little girl in the family, Caddy's love child. Let's just say everything what it is. Caddy's child, and Caddy left her, little Quentin, with the family. And the brother Quentin, also named Quentin, very confusing, is gone, nowhere to be seen. I won't say what happened to him yet. The whole second part of the book will be from his perspective, and then Jason's around somewhere. But the point is, he keeps seeing things that remind him of his sister Caddy, and he sees little Quentin, this little girl, and she's with the man with the red tie, and it reminds her of when Caddy was with the man. And the man with the red tie is a man with the show, who's playing the saw at the show. Yeah, see, this is right where we're at. And this version, this classic vintage version, it's right around 60. I think we're going to start on 62. But in the beginning, Luster's looking for the quarter. Luster's a black caretaker who's taking care of Benji. Looking for the quarter to go to the show tonight because he heard a man play a mean saw at the show. And then he sees little Quentin, this young girl who's the daughter of Caddy, and she's with the man with the red tie, and he's the man from the show who plays a saw. And the guy's being kind of mean. He's going like, why don't they lock his ass up? He's over here bellowing. Why don't they lock you up, he said. What'd you bring him out here for? And he's looking for the golf ball, remember? Lester's looking for the golf ball. So yeah, it keeps kind of coming back to the beginning scene of them together looking for the golf ball. So every time we jump back in, it should come back to that scene. I don't know if we're retracing steps. I don't remember how far we went, but I remember we were just about to get into a memory of when Benji is grabbing the little girls from when he was little. We were coming by because he doesn't know what he's doing, Benji. He's just responding to stuff. So let's see. So So you ain't. Okay, this is the easy place to get in. This is. Let's just start from page 60. He can't tell what you're saying, Lester said. He's deaf and dumb. Deaf and dumb. Is, he said. How long you been that way? It's the guy who's with the red tie, who's with little Quentin. Been that way. How long you been deaf and dumb? He asked. Been that way 33 years today, Lester said. Been born loony. Is you one of them show folks? Why, he said. I don't recollect seeing you around here before, Lester said. Well, what about it, he said. Nothing, Lester said. I going tonight to the show, he means. He looked at me. You ain't the one that can play a tune on that saw, is you, Lester said. It'll cost you $1 to find that out, he said. He looked at me. Why don't they lock him up, he said. What you bring him out here for? Talking about Benji, right? You ain't talking to me, Lester said. I can't do nothing with them. I just come over here looking for $1 I lost so I can go to the show tonight. Look like now I ain't going to get to go, Lester said. Oh, Lester looked at the ground. Benji was still watching. Benji still telling. You ain't got no extra $1, is you? Lester said. No, he said, I ain't. I reckon I just have to find the other one, then, Lester said. He put his hand in his pocket. You don't want to buy no golf ball neither, does you, Lester said. What kind of ball, he said. Golf ball, Lester said. I don't want but $1. Trying to sell the golf ball so we can go to the show. What for? He said. What I want to do? What I want with it? What I want with the damn golf ball? Yeah, we read this. This is right around where we ended. I think. I didn't think you did want the golf ball. Lester said. Come on here, mulehead. Calling Benji mulehead. He said. Come on here and watch them knocking that ball. Here's something you can play with along with that Jimson weed. Lester picked it up and gave it to me. It was bright. Where'd you get that? He said. His tie was red in the sun. Walking. Red tie. Found it under this here bush, Lester said. I thought for a minute it was that $1 I lost. And the guy asked him, where you get that golf ball under the bush? He came and took it. The guy came and took it. Hush, Lester said. He going to give it back when he done looking at it. Benji didn't like that he took the ball from him. Agnes, Mabel, Becky, he said. He looked toward the house. It got to be some kind of phrase. I don't know what Agnes, Mabel, Becky means. Hush, Lester said. He fixing to give it. Continued. He fixing to give it back. He gave it to me and I hushed. Benji did. Who come to see her last night, he said. Talking about Quentin. I don't know, Lester said. They comes every night. She can climb down that tree. I don't keep no track of them. So yes, men coming in and seeing little Quentin in her room. She climbing down the tree. She turning tricks, it seems like. Mary Magdalene here. Damn if one of them didn't leave a track, he said. He looked at the house. Then he went and lay down on the swing. Go away, he said. Don't bother me. Come on. That's what the guy said. About Quentin. He telling Benji to go away. Come on here, Lester said. You done played hell now. Time Miss Quentin get done telling on you. Shit. So right, time Miss Quentin get done telling on you. You done messed up now, Benji. Miss Quentin gonna tell on you for bothering her friend with the red tie. Now they're leaving, Lester and him leaving. We went to the fence and looked through the curling flower spaces. We back on that again, right? In the beginning, Lester hunted in the grass. I had it right here, he said. Still looking for that $1. I saw the flag flapping and the sun slanting in the broad grass. Saw the flag flapping and the sun slanting on the broad grass. There'll be some along soon, Lester said. There's some now, but they going away. There's some now, but they going away. Come on and help me look for it. Still looking. We went along the fence. Hush, Lester said. How can I make them come over here if they ain't coming? Wait. There'll be some in a minute. Look yonder. Here they come. people coming. Oh, the little kids coming, I think. So here's the part that we stopped at. I went along the fence to the gate where the girls passed with their book satchels. You, Benji, Lester said. Come back here. Italics. Memory. You can't do no good looking through that gate, TP said. Right? TP is a different time zone. Miss Caddy done gone long ways away. Done got married and left you. You can't do no good holding to the gate and crying. She can't hear you. What is it he wants, TP? Benji, holding on to the gate, waiting for the caddy to come home with her book satchel, but instead it's just other girls coming home from school passing, so you can see he's a little real danger zone for Benji. He can't really make the difference, and he over here, he a big oaf, you know? What is it he wants? But he just wants caddy to come home. What is it he wants, TP? TP, Mother said. Can't you play with him and keep him quiet? Wow, this whole week I was with my little sidebar I was down in Chiba with my little sister and her 2 babies. And I was getting a little impatient at the baby when he was trying to play all the time, and he was playing a little too much, but you know what I'm saying, everyone's being impatient with little Benji. Damn, that made me think of. He want to go down yonder and look through the gate, TP said. Well, he cannot do it, Mother said. It's raining. You'll just have to play with him and keep him quiet. You, Benjamin. Still an eye tell. Ain't nothing gonna quiet him, TP said. He think if he down to the gate, Miss Caddy come back, right? Nonsense, Mother said. Now goes non-eye tell. I could hear them talking. Benji. I went out the door and I couldn't listen to this. I could hear them talking. Period. I went out the door and I couldn't hear them. And I went down to the gate where the girls passed with their book satchels. They looked at me walking fast with their heads turned. I tried to say, but they went on. And I went along the fence trying to say, and they went faster. Then they were running, and I came to the corner of the fence, and I couldn't go any further. And I held to the fence, looking after them, and trying to say. He trying to say, what is it? Say, it's just sound and fury signifying nothing. He's just bellowing. Ain't no one hearing, understanding what he's saying. You, Benji, TP said. What you doing slipping out? Don't you know Dilsey whip you? You can't do no good moaning and slobbering through the fence, TP said. You done scared them chillin'. Look at them walking on the other side of the street. Uh-oh. Now I tell, we jump into another time. How did he get out? Father said. Did you leave the gate unlatched when you came in, Jason? Of course not, Jason said. Don't you know I've got better sense than to do that? Do you think I wanted anything like this to happen? Uh-oh. This family is bad enough, God knows. I could have told you all the time. I reckon you'll send him to Jackson now. If Mrs. Burgess don't shoot him first. Oh, Mrs. Burgess comes back. Hush, Father said. I could have told you all the time, Jason said. Uh-oh, he done grabbed the little girl. Now look, Ital ends. We going back to a different time. It was open when I touched it, right? The gate. Now Benji's remembering the time they referenced. This is no foreshadowing. This is just straight up. It was open when I touched it, and I held to it in the twilight. I wasn't crying, and I tried to stop, watching the girls coming along in the twilight. I wasn't crying. He tried to stop. I wasn't crying. There he is, quote. They stopped. He can't get out, another quote. He won't hurt anybody anyway. Come on. Another girl talking. I'm scared too. I'm scared. I'm going to cross the street. He can't get out. I wasn't crying. Don't be afraid, Cat. Come on. So these little girls, getting too close to Benji. They came on in the twilight. I wasn't crying, and I held to the gate. They came slow. I'm scared, someone said. He won't hurt you. I pass here every day. He just runs along the fence. They came on. I opened the gate. Someone left the gate open. Poor Benji. I opened the gate, and poor girls. I opened the gate, and they stopped, turning. I was trying to say. He always trying to say. I was trying to say, and I caught her, trying to say, and she screamed, and I was trying to say, and trying, and the bright shapes began to stop, and I tried to get out. I tried to get it off my face. Another quick sidebar. I'm like only 100 in, but I'm reading finally. Shouts out Ben Lerner, great writer, Ben Lerner, Benjamin Lerner. But I read his first 2 novels, and I read some of his poems, but I had never read Topeka School until Meg, a listener on the pod, written me a message that said, I need to read Ben Learn's Topeka School because of all my new theories about female archetypes, or whatever, my Persephone essay. And because Lerner finally is writing from the female's perspective, his mom's perspective, but the book cycles between young Adam Gordon's perspective, kind of Lerner stand-in, the Adam Gordon's father's perspective, and then his mother, Jane Gordon's perspective. But in between there's this like kind of psycho incel boy, Darren. But it's so Faulkner influenced, you know what I'm saying, with the italic sections from this, like, and one time he accidentally grabs a girl he wanted to kiss, or someone told him that she wanted to kiss him, and he grabbed him, and then everyone beat him up, and it's all told like in this way. It's very Faulknered out, because that whole idea of, as they lay dying is all different perspectives, one story of the mom dying from all the different perspectives, and it's crazy how influential Faulkner is. But so look, they came on. This is what this part reminds me of. I opened the gate and they stopped turning. I was trying to say, and I caught her trying to say, and she screamed, and I was trying to say and trying, and the bright shapes began to stop. We got some kind of Hokkaido song going on. 5 p.m. song. Maybe you guys can still hear me. It's the alarm, because it's a real dangerous part of the book. Benji's getting real dangerous. He trying to say, he can't say. It's just sound and fury coming out of my voice. But I'm gonna keep going. Maybe we gotta stop. I was trying to say and trying, and the bright shapes began to stop, and I tried to get out. I tried to get it off of my face, but the bright shapes were going again. They were going up the hill to where it fell away, and I tried to cry, but when I breathed in, I couldn't breathe out again to cry, and I tried to keep from falling off the hill, and I fell off the hill into the bright whirling shapes. Unreal paragraph right here. So, right? Something happening. He's going to get sent off to Jackson, which is the loony bin in Jackson, Mississippi. I believe Jackson, Mississippi, for grabbing the girls. But, if girls coming home from school and the guy, big 33-year-old, big oaf come out and grab them and try to hold them still, he's probably going to get sent to the loony bin. But from Benji's perspective, people don't know that he misses his sister Caddy. And why did Caddy leave, and what happened to Caddy, and all the circumstances that led to Caddy leaving is what this whole book is about. And Benji's the one who saw everything, and he got all that. So everyone got an interior, even crazy Benji grabbing the girls and holding them down. So he couldn't. He was just trying to say. He was trying to tell him. He couldn't say. So now we go back italics. We're switching time zones again. Here, loony, Lester said. Back to right. Here, come some. I love that. Here, come some. Hush your slobbering and moaning now. They came to the flag. We back real time, right? So that happened at some point. He took it out and they hit the flag. And they put the flag back. Mister, Lester said. He looked around. What? He said. Want to buy a golf ball? Lester said. He's still trying to pawn off this golf ball. Benji's standing right next to him looking like a goof. Let's see it, he said. He came to the guy golfing, come to the fence, right? So there's a golf course next to it, because as we'll learn later, Quentin had to go to Harvard, so they had to sell Benji's plot of land. And it's just a big ass golf course right on their property of this old regal Southern family. He looked around. What? He said. Want to buy a golf ball? So they golfing coming by, and they at the fence, and Lester wants to go to the show, so he's trying to sell this golf ball so he can get a damn nickel and go to the show. Let's see it, he said. This is a random guy fucking golfing. He came to the fence, and Lester reached the ball through. Where'd you get it? He said. Found it, Lester said. I know that, he said. Where? In somebody's golf bag? I found it laying over here in the yard, Lester said. I'll take a quarter for it. Hey, he wanted a quarter, not a nickel, my bad. What makes you think it's yours? He said. Here we go. Owners, It's probably a white man golfing. And this is Lester. I found it, Lester said. Then find yourself another one, he said. He put it in his pocket and went away. That's fucked up. He just jacked his golf ball. I got to go to that show tonight, Lester said. That's so, he said. He went to the table. 4, caddy, he said. He hit. He asked he's a white man golfing, just fucking took his golf ball back to golf and caddy again. Every time he says caddy, golf caddy, Faulkner being tricky with the words, Benjamin gets reminded of caddy. You see what's going on here? This shit is crazy, man. This book is crazy. I'll declare, Lester said. You fusses. So now he crying again. He said, here, caddy. He hit. I'll declare, Lester said. You, talking to Benji, you fusses when you don't see them, and you fusses when you does. When people come through the golf course. Why can't you hush? Don't you reckon folks gets tired of listening to you all the time? Here, you dropped your Jimson weed. He picked it up and gave it back to me. You need a new one. You about wore that one out. We stood. It's literally like with the babies, like, yo, little baby needs her pacifier. Go find the pacifier so she can calm down, or give her some food so she can calm down and crying too much. So that's how Benji is. You gotta suck on that Jimson weed. We stood at the fence and watched them. That white man hard to get along with, Lester said. You see him take my ball? Damn, they went on. 66, page 66 of this version. We went along the fence. We came to the garden and we couldn't go any further. I held to the fence, right? Holding to the fence, and looked through the flower spaces. They went away. Now you ain't got nothing to moan about, Lester said. Hush up. Either one got something to moan over. You ain't. Here. 'Cause he got his ball jacked. Why don't you hold on to that weed? You be bellering about it next. He gave me the flower. Where you heading now? He ran off. Our shadows were on the grass. They got to the trees before we did. Mine got there first. Then we got there, and then the shadows were gone. Then there was a flower in the bottle. I put the other flower in it. Ain't you a grown man now, Lester said, playing with two weeds in a bottle. You know what they going to do with you when Miss Caroline die. They going to send you to Jackson, where you belong. Mr. Jason say so. Where you can hold the bars all day, along with the rest of the loonies and slobber. How you like that? I mean, the crazy thing is, I don't know what Jackson is. It's probably like not a good spot, mental asylum. But literally, like, man, it's just talking to my dad this week. That's literally where we were growing up. It was a nice community. There were nice communities for folks with handicaps, but you know what I'm saying? Not everyone can go to Camp Hill community, nice communities, and get a nice little job farming. Not just, a nice little task in the community. So this is what, right? He grabbing on the girls. He gets sent to with the rest of the loonies to Jackson to slobber. How you like that? Lester knocked the flowers over with his hand. That's what they'll do. Oh man, he got the flowers. Lester just knocked them over. That's what they'll do to you at Jackson when you start bellering. I tried to pick up the flowers. Poor Benji trying to pick up the flowers. Lester picked them up and they went away. I began to cry. Beller, Lester. Beller, Lester said. Beller. You want something to beller about? All right, then. Caddy, he whispered. Caddy. Beller now. Caddy. He's teasing him because every single time he hears Caddy from the golf class, he thinks of his sister Caddy. He starts to cry. Luster, Dilsey said from the kitchen. Uh-oh. The flowers came back. Dilsey, Lester's mom, heard him teasing Benji, yelled at him from the kitchen. Immediately the flowers came back. He was taking the flowers away from her. Hush, Lester said. Now he's saying, be quiet, be quiet. Dilsey saw. Here they is. Look, it's fixed back just like it was at first. Hush now. Here's your flower. I was just messing around, Benji. You, Lester, Dilsey said. Yes'm, Lester said. We coming. We done played hell. Get up. He jerked my arm and I got up. We went out of the trees. Our shadows were gone. Our shadows were gone. We went out of the trees. Our shadows were gone. What's the meaning of the shadow? Shadows, your shadow. Hush, Lester said. Look at all them folks watching you. Hush. He's making a big scene because he yanked his flowers from him. You bring him on here, Dilsey said. She came down the steps. What you done to him now? She said. He bullying Benji again. Ain't done nothing to him, Lester said. He just started bellering. Yes, you is, Dilsey said. You done something to him. Where you been? Over yonder in them cedars, Lester said. Getting Quentin all riled up, Dilsey said. Why can't you keep him away from her? Don't you know she don't like him where she at? So she heard that. She's talking about little Quentin, Miss Quentin, Caddy's daughter. Right? It makes sense, right? I don't need to explain it. Getting Quentin all riled up because early she was trying to have a nice time with the boy with the tie who plays a saw, and Benji done wandered into her little hang and messed everything up. So Miss Quentin told Dilsey. That's why she said, don't you know she don't like him where she at? Got as much time for him as I is. Lester said, he ain't none of my uncle. Don't you sass me. Right when I was about to drop the N, that hard RN, boy. Don't you sass me, boy, Dilsey said. I ain't done nothing to him, Lester said. That's his mom telling his son. I ain't done nothing to him, Lester said. He was playing there, and all of a sudden he started bellowing. Is you been projecting with his graveyard? Dilsey said. I ain't touched his graveyard, Lester said. Don't lie to me, boy, Dilsey said. We went up the steps and into the kitchen. Dilsey opened the fire door, and drew up a chair in front of it, and I sat down. I hushed. Italics. Another time. So let's see what... We went up the steps and into the kitchen. Dilsey opened the fire door and drew a chair up in front of it, and I sat down. I hushed. What you want to get her started for, Dilsey said. Why don't you keep him out of there? He was just looking at the fire, so now he's remembering Caddy. When Caddy was still here. He was just looking at the fire, Caddy said. Mother was telling him his new name. We didn't mean to get her started. Go back to episode 3, I think. I talk about Ben Onan and Benjamin. The two names. Son of my pain and son of my right hand. And he used to be called Maury, and they called him Benjamin, so there's something going on there. Mother was just telling him his new name. We didn't mean to get her started. I knows you didn't, Dilsey said. Him at one end of the house and her on the other. You let my things alone now. We on 68 now, page 68. Don't you touch nothing until I get back. Ain't you shamed of yourself? Now back real time. Ain't you shamed of yourself, Dilsey said, teasing him. She set the cake on the table. Now we know we real time the cake is the birthday cake from the 33rd birthday. I ain't been teasing him, Lester said. He was playing with that bottle full of dog fennel, and all of a sudden he started up bellowing. You heard him. You ain't done nothing to his flowers. Dilsey said, I ain't touched his graveyard. I don't really know what the graveyard is. That's what the hell are they talking about, Lester said. What I want with his truck. I was just hunting for that quarter. You lost it, did you? Dilsey said. She lit the candles on the cake. Some of them were little ones. Some were big ones cut into little pieces. I told you to go put it away. Now I reckon you want me to get you another one from Franny, Dilsey saying. I got to go to the quarter. I told you to fucking stash it. You lost it. Now you can't go to the show. Now you want me to go ask your dad to get another one. I got to go to that show. Benji or no Benji, Lester said. I ain't going to follow him around all day and night both. You're going to do just what he want you to do. And boy, Dilsey said, you hear me? Ain't I always done it, Lester said. Don't I always do what he wants? Don't I, Benji? Then you keep it up, Dilsey said. Bring him in here, bawling and getting her started too. You all go ahead and eat this cake now before Jason come. I don't want him jumping on me about a cake I bought with my own money. Me baking a cake here with him counting every egg that comes into this kitchen. So now we got some Jason foreshadowing, right? Jason's the one sibling that's still there, right? He the Good Friday chapter. He's a money man. He's a money watcher. That's like Judas was the money watcher. He was the one disciple who watched over the money. So you keep him out then, bringing him in here. We better do this now before Jason come. He's jumping on it. This is Dilsey, the main, servant, black servant. I don't want him jumping on me about a cake I bought with my own money. Me baking a cake here with him counting every egg that comes in the kitchen. Stingy ass Jason. Right? Same thing. Judas gets mad because they wasted money for pouring the perfume on Mary Magdalene, right? Or on Christ. Mary Magdalene pouring the perfume on Christ. So can you let him alone now? This is Dilsey talking. Unless you don't want to go to that show tonight. Dilsey went away. You can't blow out no candles, Lester said. Watch me blow them out. He leaned down and puffed his face. The candles went away. I began to cry. Fucking Lester blowing him as soon as Dilsey leaves. Blowing out his candles. Hush, Lester said. Here, look at the fire while I cut this cake. Italics. Benji remembering something different, right? Look at the fire while I cut this cake after blowing out the candles. This reminds Benji of something. I could hear the clock, and I could hear Caddy standing behind me. He's remembering Caddy again. And I could hear the roof. It's still raining, Caddy said. I hate rain. I hate everything. And then her head came into my lap, and she was crying, holding me, and I began to cry. Then I looked at the fire again, and the bright, smooth shapes went again. I could hear the clock, and the roof, and Caddy. Page 70. Back to real time. Little memory with Caddy that reminded him every time he's by the fire, he thinks of sweet Caddy. Look at this book's about to fall apart. Back real time, after Lester blew out his candles and then told him to look at the fire while he cuts the cake and just hush. Now Benji says, I ate some cake. Lester's hand came and took another piece. I could hear him eating. I looked at the fire. A long piece of wire came across my shoulder. It went to the door, and then the fire went away. I began to cry. A long piece of wire came across my shoulder, went to the door, and then the fire went away. I don't know what the fuck happened. Something else happened with the... Let's see. What are you howling for now? Lester said. Look here. Look there. The fire was there. I hushed. Can't you sit and look at the fire and be quiet like Mammy told you? Lester said. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Here's you some more cake. Here's you some more cake. What you done to him now? Dilsey said. Can't you never let him alone? Seriously, Lester. I'm on Dilsey's side. Why don't you leave Benji alone? No, Lester got to take care of him 24/7. That's got to be hard. Lester said, I was just trying to get him to hush up and not disturb. He said sturb instead of disturb. Not sturb Miss Caroline. Benji's mama, Miss Caroline. Lester said. Something got him started again. Sorry, I thought I heard some snakes in the grass. Something got him started again. And I know what that something name. Dilsey said. That's you, Lester. You got him started. I'm going to get Verse to take a stick to you when he comes home. You just trying yourself. You've been doing it all day. Did you take him down to the branch? No'm, Lester said. We've been right here in this yard all day, like you said. That's not true. They went down to the branch, remember? His hand came, Benji's talking. His hand came about Lester's hand. His hand came for another piece of cake. Dilsey hit his hand. Reach it again and I'll chop it right off with this here butcher knife, Dilsey said. I bet he ain't had one piece of it. Yes, he is, Lester said. Lester's just munching his whole damn cake, Benji's birthday cake. He already had twice as much as me. Ask him if he ain't, but he can't talk now, can he? Benji can't talk. Reach it one more time, Dilsey said. Just reach it. Now, italics. Maybe going back to that memory with Caddy by the fire. That's right, Dilsey said. I reckon it'll be my time to cry next, see? Because Caddy was crying. She said, I hate rain. I hate everything. I reckon it'll be my time to cry next, Dilsey. Reckon Maury's going to let me cry on him a while, too. See, this is when he was still called Maury. Benji was still called Maury. This is real deep, right? Because remember last time he said, I was just telling him his new name. So this is the same scene, the same Caddy scene where you keep jumping back to. So Dilsey comes in and says, that's right. I reckon it'll be my time to cry next. Reckon Maury's going to let me cry on him a while too. Because remember, Caddy was sleeping on Benji's lap, crying in his lap. And that's something he remembers, and he always remembers that. His name's Benji now, Caddy said. How come it is, Dilsey said. He ain't wore out the name he was born with yet, is he? Benjamin came out of the Bible, Caddy said. That's the reference I made, Caddy said. It's a better name for him than Maury was. Wow. How come it is, Dilsey said. Mother says it is, Caddy said. Wow. The mother changed his name to Benjamin. And Benjamin's the last son of Jacob who killed Rachel, after he waited 7 years to get Rachel. Genesis 30, I think. I didn't realize Mother changed the name, though. How come it is a better name? Dilsey says. Mother says it is, Caddy said. Huh, Dilsey said. Name ain't gonna help him. Hurt him neither. Folks don't have no luck changing names. My name been Dilsey since 'fore I could remember. And it be Dilsey when they's long forgot me. Damn, I marked that the first time I read this. How will they know it, Dilsey? When it's long forgot, Dilsey, Caddy said. It'll be in the book, capital B book, honey. Dilsey said. Writ out. Can you read it? Caddy said. Won't have to, Dilsey said. They'll read it for me. All I got to do is say, eyes here. Wow. All I got to do is say, eyes here. Wow. Faulkner writing about the matriarch, servant of his family. That's the book. This is the book. Now back to real time. The long wire came across my shoulder and the fire went away. I began to cry. Dilsey and Luster fought. I seen you, Dilsey said. Oh ho, I seen you. She dragged Luster out of the corner, shaking him. I think Luster was messing with him with the little wire. Wasn't nothing bothering him, was they? You just wait till your pappy come home. I wish I was young like I used to be. I'd tear them years right off your head. This is Dilsey beating up on Luster because he being a bully, messing with Benji on his birthday. I'd tear them years right off your head if I was younger. I good mind to lock you up in that cellar and not let you go to that show tonight. I show is. Ow, mammy, Luster said. Ow, mammy. I put my hand out to where the fire had been. Benji, I put my hand out to where the fire had been. Catch him, Dilsey said. Catch him back. My hand jerked back and I put it in my mouth and Dilsey caught me. I could still hear the clock between my voice. Dilsey reached back and hit Luster on the head. My voice was going loud every time. We on page 72 now. Get that soda, Dilsey said. She took my hand out of my mouth. My voice went louder, and then my hand tried to go back to my mouth, but Dilsey held it. My voice went loud. She sprinkled soda on my hand. He done burnt his hand because he reached his hand into the fire because they let him be while they were fucking fighting. Look in the pantry and tear off a piece of that rag hanging on the nail. Rag hanging on the nail, she said. Oh, now his hand's all burnt. Like Christ got stabbed in his hand. She said, hush now. You don't want to make your ma sick again, does you? Here, look at that fire. Dilsey, make your hand stop hurting in just a minute. Look at the fire. Wow, the fire. She opened the fire door. I looked at the fire, but my hand didn't stop, and I didn't stop. My hand was trying to go into my mouth, but Dilsey held it. She wrapped the cloth around it. Wow. He got the cloth wrapped around his hand. Mother said, uh-oh, Mother came in. Mother said, what is it now? Can I even be sick in peace? Do I have to get up out of bed and come down to him with 2 grown Negroes to take care of him? He all right now, Dilsey said. He gonna quit. He just burned his hand a little. With 2 grown Negroes, you must bring him into the house, bawling. I think I could say that, just so y'all know what she's saying. 2 grown Negroes, you must bring him into the house. You must bring him into the house bawling, Mother said. You got him started on purpose because you know I'm sick. She came and stood by me. Hush, she said. Right this minute. Did you give him this cake? I bought it, Dilsey said. It never come out of Jason's pantry. I fixed him some birthday. Do you want to poison him with that cheap store cake? Mother said. Is that what you were trying to do? Am I never to have 1 minute's peace? You can go back upstairs and lay down, Dilsey said. It'll quit smarting him in a minute now. And he'll hush because he hurt his hand in the fire. Come on now. And leave him down here for you all to do something else too? Damn, Mother be mean, Mother said. How can I lie there with him bawling down here? Benjamin, hush this minute. They ain't nowhere else to take him, Dilsey said. We ain't got the room we used to have. He can't stay out in the yard crying where all the neighbors can see him. Man, I know, Mother said. It's all my fault. I'll be gone soon, and you and Jason will both get along better. Man, she began to cry. You hush that now, Dilsey said. You'll get yourself down again. You come back up the stairs. Lester going to take him to the library and play with him till he get his supper done. Dilsey and Mother went out. Hush, Lester said. You hush up. You want me to burn your other hand for you? You ain't hurt. Hush up. Here, Dilsey said. Stop crying now. She gave me the slipper, and I hushed. Take him to the library. He spelt it library, she said. And if I hear him again, I going to whip you myself. We went to the library. Lester turned on the light. The windows went black, and the dark tall place on the wall came, and I went and touched it. It was like a door, only it wasn't a door. The fire came behind me, and I went up to the fire and sat on the floor, holding the slipper. The fire went higher. It went onto the cushion in Mother's chair. Hush up, Lester said. Can't you never get done for a while? Here, I done built you a fire, and you won't even look at it. Your name is Benji. Now, going back to the memory. Your name is Benji, Caddy said. Do you hear? Benji, Benji. Don't tell him that, Mother said. Bring him here. Caddy lifted me under the arms. Get up, Benji, she said. He used to be called Mari. Don't try to carry him, Mother said. Can't you lead him over here? Is that too much for you to think of? I can carry him, Caddy said. Let me carry him up, Dilsey. Go on, Minute, Dilsey said. You ain't big enough to tote a flea. You go on and be quiet. Like Mr. Jason said. There was a light at the top of the stairs. Father was there in his shirt sleeves. The way he looked said, hush. Caddy whispered, Is Mother sick? Now, new ital, new memory. Verse set me down and we went into Mother's room. There was a fire. It was rising and falling on the walls. There was another fire in the mirror. I could smell the sickness. It was a cloth folded on Mother's head. Her hair was on the pillow. The fire didn't reach it, but it shone on her hand, where her rings were jumping. Come and tell Mother good night, Caddy said. Kind of Proust vibes right here. We went to the bed. The fire went out of the mirror. Father got up from the bed and lifted me up, and Mother put her hand on my head. What time is it? Mother said. Her eyes were closed. 10 minutes to 7, Father said. It's too early for him to go to bed, Mother said. He'll wake up at daybreak, and I simply cannot bear another day like today. There, Father said. He touched Mother's face. I know I'm nothing but a burden to you, Mother said, but I'll be gone soon. Then you will be rid of my bothering. Hush, Father said. I'll take him downstairs a while. He took me up. Come on, old fellow. Let's go downstairs a while. We'll have to be quiet while Quentin is studying now, so this is a memory because Quentin's still alive. Caddy went and leaned her face over the bed. See, so this is a memory from before, because a verse set off the memory. The fact that verse was there. Caddy went and leaned her face over the bed, and Mother's hand came into the firelight. Her rings jumped on Caddy's back. Mother's sick, Father said. Dilsey will put you to bed. Where's Quentin? Verse getting him, Dilsey said. Wow, so this is Quentin. Father stood and watched us go past. This is a sibling brother, Quentin. Father stood and watched us go past. We could hear Mother in the room. Caddy said, hush. Jason was still climbing the stairs. Jason's there too. This when they're all little. He had his hands in his pockets. You all must be good tonight, Father said, and be quiet so you won't disturb Mother. We'll be quiet, Caddy said. You must be quiet now, Jason, she said. We tiptoed. Italics. Remember? So, back to, we could hear the roof. I could see the fire in the mirror too. Caddy lifted me again. Come on now, she said. Then you can come back to the fire. Hush now. Candace, Mother said. Hush, Benji, Caddy said. Candace's caddy. Mother wants you a minute, like a good boy. Then you can come back. Benji. Caddy let me down and I hushed. Let him stay here, Mother. When he's through looking at the fire, then you can tell him. Candace, Mother said. Caddy stopped and lifted me up. We staggered. Candace, Mother said. Hush, Caddy said. We can still see it. Hush. Bring him here, Mother said. He's too big for you to carry. You must stop trying. You'll injure your back. All of our women have prided themselves on their carriage. You don't want to look like a washerwoman. He's not too heavy, Caddy said. She's lifting him up. I can carry him. Well, I don't want him carried then, Mother said. A 5-year-old child. Right, there you go. He gives us the age. It's when Benji's 5. No, not on my lap. Let him stand up. If you hold him, he'll stop, Caddy said. Hush, she said. You can go right back. Here's your cushion. See, Caddy's the only one being sweet to Benji. Don't, Candace, Mother said. Let him look at it and he'll be quiet, Caddy said. Let him look at the mirror, or the thing, the fire. Hold up just a minute while I slip out. There, Benji, look. I looked at it and hushed. You humor him too much, Mother said. You and your father both. You don't realize that I am the one who has to pay for it. Demoody spoiled Jason that way, and it took him 2 years to outgrow it, and I am not strong enough to go through the same thing with Benjamin. You don't need to bother with him, Caddy said. I like to take care of him. Don't I, Benji? Aw. Candace, Mother said, I told you not to call him that. It was bad enough when your father insisted on calling him that silly nickname. And I will not have him called by one. Nicknames are vulgar. Only common people use them. Benjamin. Benji versus Benjamin. Ben-Onan versus Benjamin. She said. Look at me, Mother said. Benjamin, she said. She took my face in her hands and turned it to hers. Benjamin, she said. Wow. Take that cushion away, Candace. You're being kind of mean to Benji. He'll cry, Caddy said. Take that cushion away like I told you, Mother said. He must learn to mind. The cushion went away. Hush, Benji, Caddy said. You go over there and sit down, Mother said. Benjamin, she held my face to hers. Stop that, she said. Stop it. But I didn't stop, and Mother caught me in her arms and began to cry, and I cried. Then the cushion came back, and Caddy held it above Mother's head. She drew Mother back in the chair, and Mother lay crying against the red and yellow cushion. Hush, Mother, Caddy said. You go upstairs and lay down, so you can be sick. I'll go get Dilsey. She led me to the fire, and I looked at the bright, smooth shapes. I could hear the fire and the roof. Father took me up. He smelled like rain. Well, Benji, he said, have you been a good boy today? Caddy and Jason were fighting in the mirror. You, Caddy, Father said. They fought. Jason began to cry. Caddy, Father said. Jason was crying. He wasn't fighting anymore, but we could see Caddy fighting in the mirror. And Father put me down and went into the mirror and fought too. He lifted Caddy up. She fought. Jason lay on the floor crying. He had the scissors in his hand. Father held Caddy. He cut up all Benji's dolls, Caddy said. I'll slit his gizzle. Ha! Candace, Father said. I will, Caddy said. I will. She fought. Father held her. She kicked at Jason. He rolled into the corner, out of the mirror. Father brought Caddy to the fire. They were all out of the mirror. Only the fire was in it, like the fire was in a door. Wow. Stop that, Father said. Do you want to make Mother sick in her room? Caddy stopped. He cut up all the dolls started to say Mari. Benji and I made, Caddy said. He did it just for meanness. I didn't, Jason said. He was sitting up, crying. I didn't know they were his. I just thought they were some old papers. You couldn't help but know, Caddy said. You did it just. Hush, Father said. Jason, he said. I'll make some more tomorrow, Caddy said. We'll make a lot of them. Here, you can look at look at the cushion, too. Jason came in. I kept telling you to hush, Lester. Now this is back real time. Jason came in. I kept telling you to hush, Lester said. What's the matter now, Jason said. So Jason's still there. He's just trying himself, Lester said. So now we're real time. That the way he'd been doing all day. Why don't you let him alone, right? So this is the memory of when they were 5, Jason cut up the paper dolls, and Caddy's still there. And Benji remembers that. The paper dolls him and Caddy made. And then now we go real time. It's still 33rd birthday. He's in the kitchen now, and Jason came in, remember? And I kept telling you how. Now Jason saying, what the hell is going on? Why didn't you let him alone then? Jason said. If you can't keep him quiet, you'll have to take him out to the kitchen. The rest of us can't shut ourselves in a room like Mother does. Mammy say keep him out of the kitchen till she gets supper, Lester said. Then play with him and keep him quiet, Jason said. Do I have to work all day and then come home to a madhouse? He opened the paper and read it. Now we're going back to the memory. You can look at the fire and the mirror and the cushion too, Caddy said. You won't have to wait until supper to look at the cushion now. We could hear the roof. We could hear Jason too, crying loud beyond the wall. Dilsey said, you come, Jason.
Hey, bud.
What's up?